you a high value man? So I want to know.
Here we go. Yeah,
I'm sure you think you're a high value man, and of course, and I would agree you are. So I would like to know what you think.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. That is the number one thing for me. I will not wife up a girl that has a promiscuous past.
What's a promiscuous past? How many?
If it's going to be a girl that I marry?
I'm just really curious. So I'm just asking. It's not like I'm just asking.
A girl that I marry?
Yeah.
She's got to be damn near a virgin, man.
Okay.
If I'm going to marry her.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Isn't that like really selfish of you, though?
How is it selfish?
Because if she cared, like if it was the other way around.
Are men and women the same?
No.
Are you damn near a virgin?
Are men and women the same?
You see, but when you think about it, like
hold on. That's answering the question right there. You guys are trying to subscribe the female standard on me, and what I'm telling you is that we don't play by the same set of rules.
That's what I'm saying. Like we're not different. I understand, but like it's just fucked up.
I just like to know the numbers so I know what to tell guys.
It's also fucked up that all you guys can make money on OnlyFans showing your body, and we can't. Right. So hold on. You guys are not complaining about double standards that benefit you, right? But you're complaining about double standards that don't benefit you. I would argue that most double standards benefit women inherently. The only double standard I could think of that benefits men is sexual past. But everything else typically benefits women when it comes to double standards.
You can make money on OnlyFans.
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot of men. Yes.
Yeah. A lot of
you're showing my body off.
Yes.
You do realize that most of the top earning creators are females, correct?
Yes.
Significantly.
But there's a lot of
guys. There's a lot of guys.
It's a minority compared to the women.
But not a lot of women make money
just
on
because
there.
I can doesn't mean. Here's the thing. Just because something is possible doesn't mean it's probable. The chances of me making money on OnlyFans, I would have to probably add some kind of value. I wouldn't just be able to just sling dick unless I had some clout before. Like men can't just open up an OnlyFans and sell feet pictures. Women can.
You know? It's not about some pictures only. You don't even need to show anything as long as you're confident and pretty. That's it.
No, but
it doesn't work the other way around.
It does. A lot of guys not even.
Okay, you do realize that. Let's say we took away the male dollar from the sex industry, OnlyFans, porn, whatever it may be, and we let women only pay, the market would crash in one day.
I agree.
So for you guys to sit there and say, well, you can do it too. Sure, I can do it too, but I'm not going to be nearly as successful.
Yeah, your audience will be guys, but yeah.
Yeah,
gay dudes pay the most for guys. I will not be able to command nearly the same amount of attention, income, etc. So we're not the same at all. So you're saying it's selfish. I would argue that women are way more selfish when it comes to mate selection than men are. Women want a man that's better than them in almost every regard. So who's really the selfish one?
I do. I want a man that's better than me.
Okay.
I want to be putting my feminine energy. I need a man that's a man.
I totally understand your points, but I'm just saying it's selfish. That's it.
I mean, okay.
It's a selfish thought to have.
Well, my thing is, you can say, here's the difference between men and women.
I'm not saying, that's how the world works.
That's how the world works.
Fine. That's just how it is. I totally understand that. I'm just saying it's selfish.
Here's the thing.
That's all I'm saying.
Men have to earn the ability to be selfish. Women just naturally are. A woman is born with her value. 21 years old, hasn't accomplished anything in life, can still go on a boat with multimillionaires and be involved in, luxury parties, meeting celebrities, whatever. A man, he can't get that kind of access until he builds himself up to become somebody where he's invited to these situations. Mm-hmm. So we're not the same. To go back to what you're saying, well, that's not fair. Or why does it matter his body count? Well, his body count doesn't matter because he has to work to get his body count. You guys don't. A girl can go into a club and be like, and some guy will still sleep with her. If I go into a club and go, I'm going to go to jail. It's not the same. We don't play by the rules.
I never said we were the same.
But you're saying, it's selfish as if it's like negative. And what I'm saying is that women are naturally selfish. Men have to earn the ability to be selfish.
All right.
So the only reason I'm even in a position where I could say, I want a girl that's damn near a virgin is because I busted my ass to get to a certain level to demand that. But I can't do that unless I become somebody. Whereas a woman can demand a top shelf guy for just existing. And I accept that reality.
Yeah.
But do I sit there and say, that's selfish?
But I'm not telling you in that way. Tampoco así, bro. Calm down.
No, I'm just telling. But do you see how ridiculous you sounded earlier? That's selfish. I'm just mimicking you.
We don't call you selfish.
So what's a high number for a woman? So I haven't answered the question. I'm asking. There's 3 men here. I would like to know.
I feel like 10 is anything in the double digits is probably.
Just asking.
You might disqualify yourself from a
I definitely disqualify myself right now.
Yeah.
Just asking. Serious question.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not going
to lie about my past. I just don't care.
I'm saying a lot of guys would not. Yeah, the 10 is a safe.
For real. Like,
yeah.
I just want to know.
I feel like 10 is an honest number on the macro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The
But
better a
once you get
man
in
is
the
with
double
women,
digits.
the more options he has, the more attractive he has, the more money he has, and the more status he has, the more he's going to be picky about a woman's past. Because he has a lot to lose. Look at Will Smith. Jada Pinkett Smith is over here making him look like a fucking idiot. Oh, we got into a entanglement.
That's
Like
hilarious.
female promiscuity ruins relationships and embarrasses both parties in the relationship. It's not that big a deal if a guy cheats on his girl. Tiger Woods did it, Kobe did it, still great man. No one really gives a fuck, right? But when a woman cheats, it's a problem. Because women are, typically more monogamous than men are. Men are designed to be promiscuous. Women are not. Women typically, if she truly loves, admires, respects her man, wants to be with that man.
If the sex is good.
What was that?
If the sex is good, yeah. If it's bad, I'm just not in that relationship. If I can't connect with you emotionally, physically, sexually, everything, I'm just out.
The only reason it looks bad when
Yeah.
a woman is
It looks bad,
promiscuous
but-
is because it is a damage to the man's ego. It's embarrassing.
Mhm.
That's the only reason it looks bad.
Really?
That's kind of what he just said. So yeah, I agree.
Well, actually, there's a deep-rooted
it's deeper.
biological reason
Yeah.
for it. A woman that's promiscuous, you cannot ensure paternity. So we'll go back here. Obviously, we're in 2022.
I've thought about that too.
We have paternity tests, right? So a man's able to figure out if the kid is his. But before all that, how would a man be able to figure out which woman is worth mating with and like giving her his resources? Well, the guys are naturally inclined to not want to wife up girls that are hoes. And the reason for that is because you can't ensure that the child is yours. It's a deep-rooted biological urge. Just like you guys want a guy that's tall, strong, masculine. These are all traits that you need for survival, correct?
Mhm.
Right? Women look typically for survival value. Men look for replication value. Can this woman give me attractive children? And most importantly, are the children mine?
Okay.
Men don't ask for much.
Okay. So previously you called that selfish, but it's a biological urge.
Yes.
Okay. So then it's not selfish. It's a biological urge.
Well, you can have that discussion with her. She was the one that said it. I was saying that it's a biological urge, but what I'm arguing is that women are naturally selfish when it comes from a sexual standpoint. Men have to earn that ability to be selfish.
Is it selfish or is it selectiveness?
However you want to phrase it, but regardless, like we're selfish and selective about certain traits in the opposite gender. I'm just arguing that a man's conditions, right, going back to conditional, are far less than a woman's. But since we ask for way less, don't be a hoe, it has way more weight. Because since men ask for so little.
I agree.
Versus women ask for way more. So I find it funny women say, well, I want you to be tall, charming, good looking, make money.
Who said women want that? Who said you keep saying
The one in
women
the red.
want taller, stretcher, whatever.
The one
Maybe
in the red.
women don't want
Okay,
that.
let me.
It is true.
I've interviewed
Yeah.
almost 1,700 women on the
I
show.
don't want taller.
Fantastic. That's you. I've interviewed almost 1,700 women
But
on the
that's
show.
not everyone.
Overwhelmingly, they want a man who's taller, ambitious, confident, more money than them, better than them on almost every metric. You might be different. You might not care about any of that stuff, but most women do.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that since most women want all these things, I just find it funny that they say, and I want you to be loyal to me.
But women bring different things to the table.
Like what?
You could even list 3.
Just do you not want
I'm just
loyalty?
saying, like, we don't ask for much.
Right. Okay. You want to sleep around. Do we not bring like the most like loyalty ever? Like, are women not
Ever?
fiercely loyal to you when they're really in love with you?
They're not fiercely loyal.
Well, that's the kind of women you're attracting. We also provide children. We provide genetics. We take
I
care
have
of
a
the house.
question.
We cook. We clean. And this is all like debating if like you pick that girl that does those things,
Mhm.
and she brings those things to the table, and she does those things really well. Like, can you do those things really well? The same way that you can go out and hunt and do
Well,
whatever.
just
it
Here's
is.
the difference. A lot of other girls can do that
Yeah.
too, which is why
I agree.
polygamy is
There's
a thing.
mad,
And
and that
you can-
I agree. There's way
You
more
can
girls
hire
out
for it
there
as
than
well.
there are
I can hire a
guys.
maid. I can hire a nanny. I can hire all that stuff.
Yeah, I hope
Like,
so. I hope that happens. for me
everything,
as well.
ladies, here's the truth. Besides children, everything a woman does can be outsourced. Okay, but and that's true. That's true. But for a man, right? For a man,
needs peace. He
That-
needs
it can be
motivation.
outsourced.
He needs like
It can be outsourced.
it can be outsourced to a certain extent, though. It's not gonna stop your want.
women are the ones that look for long-term relationships and security. You can't get that unless you have a man. But everything a woman typically provides can be outsourced. That's what I'm trying to say.
Even the same with the guy too.
What?
It's just, yeah,
It's the same with the guy too. Can
if
be
you're
outsourced
if you're
too.
wealthy enough, if you've got your bag enough, like you technically
You can't outsource security.
Yeah.
I can't secure myself.
Here's
Yes,
I feel like that's
You
not
can say
Wait,
you can
well, what
secure
kind
yourself.
of security is the man bringing
Nothing.
exactly? Like
Money.
this,
I
Enough
can
security
bring
that none of
money,
y'all would have to
that's
have a
it.
fucking
Money?
OnlyFans.
That's
That's how much. Seriously, no, think about it. Would you rather have a man that you were absolutely in love with and you were completely on his mission and you wanted to be a support system of him and you didn't have to have OnlyFans. Let's not fucking cap.
None of us
Even if I have a man who's
No,
rich
no, but
as fuck,
you have
have it.
OnlyFans by choice.
It's
Yes,
a job. It's a
absolutely.
job.
I was
You
literally
wouldn't
having this
rather have a
combo
man that
today.
you're absolutely in love with
I
that's
do have
making
a
a
man
bunch
I'm absolutely in love with.
Right.
I have to
But
be
I
a
was
boss
upfront
of
with him, so he
myself.
accepted
Yeah, but
it.
2 marriages, one man.
Same
So-
man.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
So something
He wasn't
It's
something's
not
obviously
that- I'm
broken
not-
there. You
I'm
married
not
him
gonna marry.
twice.
I'm not
No,
gonna
I
marry
actually
a
went to
rich
jail,
guy
if you want to
Uh-huh.
know what happened
to
there.
spend
but-
his money on me. I'm gonna be the boss of my own self. That's why I
Good.
choose my
then
career.
enjoy the cats in the
That's-
box wine. I'm cool with that. I don't have a problem with that.
Exactly. It's a
Yeah.
choice. It's a choice.
Cool.
That's-
But let's not bullshit. If you could be married and have a family and
Now,
a
even
house
though
and
I'm
a
gonna
life,
do my own
don't
thing.
you think you'd rather give up the OnlyFans?
You have to have separate lives, guys. You have to have
No?
separate
No,
lives.
what?
No, I
Yeah,
would
absolutely. Like, let's not bullshit.
I'm not gonna
I
wait
would
for him to
absolutely
give
take
me
that
his
over
money
everything
now.
else.
Yeah, every woman would take that over to everything else. The problem is there's too many weak ass fucking men and not enough good men to make women want
Thank
to
you.
get behind them.
That's absolutely
I
right.
wasn't gonna wait
That's
for you
true.
Cool.
guys
All
to
right,
spend your
fine.
money. No.
Fine, but let's not bullshit. If that man walked in front of you, you'd be like, fuck this OnlyFans account.
Mhm.
Like, let me get behind what he's doing. Maybe I can help in the office. Maybe I can help him at work. Maybe I can do this. Maybe I can give him
Yes,
kids.
of course,
I'm gonna be
you're
loyal
right.
and fuck.
You're right.
I'm happy to be
100%.
with him. House is clean. I'm ready to suck dick. Let's go.
100%.
Everyone is
Yeah,
into-
100%.
yeah.
But
Let's not
eventually,
bullshit.
but
Like you just said in
eventually,
the
it's not
chat.
healthy. It's not gonna be healthy.
What's that?
What's not
It's-
healthy?
Why
It's
is
not
it not going to
healthy.
be healthy?
What's not healthy about being in love like
You're
that?
haram.
I'm very
Well,
haram.
look, with your
I am
attitude, you ain't gonna
proud
worry
of
about it.
it.
Welcome to the streets, bro. Cool. Somebody's gonna want that deal. In fact, most women want that deal. Let's not bullshit. If a man comes
If
through
you're
and
a
he's
king,
every
you would want a queen with you. If you're a king, you would want a queen. You don't want someone who's not liable for themselves. Okay, you disappear. Have something happen
no
to you.
man.
How can she take care of herself?
What?
How can she take care of herself if
He
you're
made
not there?
sure he
So-
had enough
so
money that if
a
that
man,
were to
a man doesn't
happen,
give a fuck how much money you make.
It's not about you. It's about her.
So
It's about me and secure about myself.
she's saying,
Alright,
for
cool.
example, if you leave her, how she can be
Exactly.
secure? No, that's a concern.
Yes, you're right.
However,
Yes, you're
the
right.
man hardly ever leaves. And let's be real here. Most women divorce men.
But
so-
they cheat there.
so-
They cheat there. So
No, if
That's
a guy
not the
cheats,
reason.
it's not even that bad.
it's a
It's
reason.
about money.
It's because if he cheats, I'm gonna leave him.
Look,
Well,
if you,
that's you.
Yeah,
You're leaving him, but he won't
Yes.
leave you.
because I'm not gonna independent of his money. That right?
but no man wants a woman with a foot out the fucking door anyway. So if you need to hold on to your OnlyFans account so you can
Not
show
every
other
man.
dudes ass
Maybe
and
some
titties to
guys
make a little
would
money, it's
Find
bullshit.
it attractive. Some guys find it attractive to wake up every day and look sexy. That's fine.
What are
Hey,
you
put
talking-
it
what are
this
you
way:
talking
if the
about?
girl has OnlyFans, she can bring you a lot of ladies. That was your
Oh, he's
prerequisite
gonna
there.
be 100%
how would
in
you bring
now.
her? How would she bring
Bring other
ladies?
women
He's
That's
gonna be
confusing.
100% now.
How'd you bring
saying.
lady?
I was
I think she
just
means
being
like
funny.
collabs, like other creators.
Now he will be 100% now.
All right. You were trying to say something before. I know you were trying to say something.
right now.
Well, I was a little confused about what exactly is the relationship goal we're all talking about here. Are we talking about marriage,
Marriage,
kids? Are we
kids.
talking about long-term relationships? Are we talking about
Yeah, marriage, kids.
Okay, so marriage, kids, this kind of type of thing. Okay, that goes directly back to my point
Mhm.
of if you are searching for someone that is of equal value of your socioeconomic status, the majority of everything that has been listed in this entire 30-minute conversation is not going to matter because you are going to share the same values.
I disagree with that
How?
because, like you guys said, the original question was, would a guy that is in a higher status want somebody that represents him accordingly? And this is directly from a guy that is in a higher status. Yes, it does. You know why? Because it's going to fuck up his money. If you're somebody that doesn't represent him accordingly in the world, that can potentially tarnish relationships that he has.
Mm.
That can potentially tarnish the image that he has.
Mhm.
And that can
Correct.
directly fuck with his
Okay,
money.
so
Bam.
correct.
And nobody that has worked that hard has put that much work in. And everything that he said, honestly, as much as we don't want to hear it, is absolutely true.
Okay,
Preach.
I
So
100%. I
I can't really
100%
tell.
agree with her, and I have to get my point across here. There are men that make $30,000 a year.
I don't want that man. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay, okay, but listen,
Fuck that man.
but listen, this man, listen.
It's the truth.
Okay.
Dead ass.
Look, de acuerdo. But this man goes to work every day. Okay, he works his 9 to 5. He maybe works overnights. He supports his family on this 30 grand, right? The type of woman that he is going to be compatible with is going to make 30 grand or less. Okay. There's men that are going to make 300 grand, right? The type of woman that he's going to be compatible with is going to be less than 300
That's not
grand.
true, though. That's
It's
not true.
It's completely
Let me
true.
tell you something.
It's
There's
completely
women
true.
like we have heard in this table that want to feel secure for themselves. The problem with women is they want to feel secure for themselves and they make all this money and they also want a guy that makes a lot of money. That is not going to happen. If you make all the money, what do you need the guy to make the money for you? You want a different type of relationship and a different type of dynamic. You want a guy that is home, that cooks for you, that does certain things, and that
No.
is okay.
No,
That
I have to disagree with you because I've been in a relationship exactly like that.
and you got tired of it because nobody wants that type of guy. As much as we say, I want to be this, this is the problem what I have with feminism.
I'm sorry. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what
no,
you're
no,
saying.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I've been in a relationship where I've made more money than the man, and I
Mhm.
felt secure. And
Okay, that's
It-
good.
no, it was not good. because I
Exactly
knew
my
the man-
point. Exactly my point.
Right. So you're only reiterating what I'm saying is that
I think it's the
man
other way around,
always
to be
has-
honest.
The man always has to make more money than the woman.
Yeah.
For the relationship
The man does
to be
not
secure.
always have to make more. It depends again on the type of relationship that you want. I've known women CEOs that make a lot of money that they're okay with having, but there's a different dynamic to the relationship. I go back to that. Me, myself, the type of man that I want a man that is secure, that can provide for a family. And historically, genetically, we're meant to want that. Like, think about us from a primitive perspective.
I'm having
What-
trouble understanding where we're differing here.
Okay, look at it from a primitive perspective. What the guys do before society, before anything else. They hunted, they provided for the family. What the women do, we gather and raise children.
Correct. So
So that is innate in us.
Where's the argument here?
See, I don't.
I
Yeah, I
think
don't
they agree.
understand where you're disagreeing
I think
with
we,
me.
It's because I know why. Because you said earlier that a man wants a woman on the same socioeconomic status. You tried to make the argument that, hey, he makes 30K a year. He wants a girl that makes 30K per year. The difference is this.
Okay.
If the woman loses her job, he will be okay with supporting her.
Yes.
If the man loses his job, she'll be okay with supporting him temporarily.
Temporary.
That is the biggest difference. So the point we're
Correct.
trying to make here is this. Men, in general, don't care about a woman's socioeconomic status, her education, her earning potential. Those are all pluses, but they're not the main attraction triggers.
What-
However, on the other way, a man's earning status, his education, all these other traits that, collude into his ability to provide do matter a lot.
Okay, I believe that is correct
Yes.
to a certain dollar sign.
What do you mean by this?
To a certain dollar sign.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, there are men who are not going to look below a certain level of socioeconomic status for a partner, and that is 100% correct.
That is incorrect. The more money a man makes, the less he cares about a woman's socioeconomic status.
Then why do Americans fly mail order brides in every year from Eastern Europe?
Okay, that's easy. No, but because this
Men
is
don't give a
easy.
fuck.
Men don't.
Men don't
okay.
care. Beauty,
Okay.
loyalty, the end.
You know the guys that care how much money a woman makes? The guys that are making
They're
30K
broke.
a year.
Only broke guys care. And I'll tell you another thing about love. I say
That's the
this.
truth.
I say this all the
See,
time.
okay, so you're coming from a love perspective, and I'm coming from a partnership perspective. And once you get past a certain amount of revenue, once you get past a certain amount of wealth, I'm not talking about rich people. I'm not talking about rich people. I'm talking about wealthy people. Okay, wealthy people are not going to date lower than a certain level.
You're missing the biggest point here.
Okay.
If a woman loses her wealth and her ability to provide, it does not change where the man sees her. I got you, baby. It's fine. However, the other way around, if the woman is put in the breadwinner situation, which will inevitably do what? Put her in a leadership position,
Yes.
she will lose respect and attraction for that man.
100% of the time.
So your point doesn't make sense because you're trying to argue that at a certain level, socioeconomic. What I'm arguing is that in general, men don't care about a woman's socioeconomic status, even if he doesn't make that much money himself. If his girl loses her job, he's not going to lose attraction for her. He might get annoyed a little bit. He might say, damn, I got to pick up the bills. You should get a job, whatever. But he's not going to leave her on the fact that she doesn't make money. But the other way around, she will absolutely leave him on the fact that he doesn't make money.
Okay, so
attraction is not symmetrical.
Okay, so we're talking about two different things. You're talking
She's
about
talking about the elite.
But
I also call bullshit because look at Princess Diana.
And
Checkmate.
And what happened to her?
Maybe Elizabeth killed her, but it didn't change what Charles wanted. But it did change what Charles wanted.
Exactly.
Did it change Charles' choice?
Change
No.
what he wanted.
He picked her. He went down to wherever she was and brought her up. Men don't give a fuck.
But then
Men
he
don't
cheated.
care.
But
So,
then he
all men
cheated, and
cheat.
Right, but then he publicly cheated, and then she left, and she was out of the equation
It didn't
because
matter.
she was
He
never
picked her.
that important.
Men don't cheat. They just exercise options, especially
That's
at a
it.
certain level.
He didn't pick her.
That proves my point.
Wait,
Well, we
No, it
never said that men don't have sex with other. The only
No,
difference
but that-
between a regular guy and a guy that has money is the guy that has money will probably go out there and actually fuck
Who
the
is
girl.
Prince Charles still with to this day?
I don't know who he's with.
He's with the lady that he cheated on Princess Diana with.
Okay, is that lady of lower socioeconomic status?
She's of the same socioeconomic status as he is.
Because he brought her up, correct?
No, she was more than Princess Diana.
What was she before?
She was, correct me if I'm wrong, but she was of
If we're going to use royalty,
elite. Yeah.
a king can marry a peasant and turn her into a queen. A queen
Boom.
won't even look a peasant's way. That's the
Boom.
difference.
Facts.
Men elevate women status-wise. Women do not elevate men status-wise because women don't even look that way.
Right.
So
Princess
what are we
Jasmine
arguing
and
here?
Aladdin.
So exactly to my point that okay, but it,
That's why celebrities date celebrities.
So y'all on to some
Correct.
Disney pipe
Correct.
dream.
yo,
Don't
but-
attract.
You know what I don't understand? You got 3 multimillionaires telling you
Yeah,
how
this
guys
is wild,
think
bro.
you're saying we're wrong. I'm like, bro, we're telling you niggas don't care about money. It's like,
They
Yo, you're
literally
hard.
don't
I'm
care.
not
They
talking
don't
about
care.
money. I'm not
Have you
talking
seen the
about money.
movie?
When you say things about values like body count and you're talking about how women are composed in front of certain people and
Mhm.
how they manage themselves.
Yeah.
You're not going to find that woman, particularly, I'm sorry, on the corner of Calle Ocho.
actually, you can. If
Yeah,
she's
you can.
raised well
Yeah,
by her parents, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
And they're going to value that
Listen.
more than her socioeconomic status or her
Listen.
education.
Nobody cares.
Listen. Okay. But listen,
All right, listen.
socioeconomic status is composed of 2 words, society and economics, right?
Mhm.
So you have proven that society is part, yes, and economics is another part. So when you pick someone based
Mhm.
on their society, like as in they're raised well,
Mhm.
right? Okay, to a certain degree, economics is going to come into it because when you take this person that has the society aspect, as in raised
Have
well,
you ever had a dream that
Chris, let her finish, bro. Go ahead.
the economic status comes in when you take her somewhere and she doesn't know how to behave.
Okay.
Okay.
That's where you can train her. This
Yeah.
is why younger women, going back to what I was going to say, this is why younger women are more desired because they're more impressionable. A man can teach his girl how to behave in certain situations. Men are okay with being mentors to their women.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what being a leader
Sure.
is.
Never, not never, as a man looked at a woman and be like, you know what? I like her, but her table manners are shit. Never.
Yeah.
Never.
elevate her.
Nobody, we don't give a fuck. Nobody cares.
Even girls, the same thing.
Don't care.
It goes with the same. It's the same.
No, I care.
If I love
No,
someone,
girl, I care.
I care.
Yeah,
I
it's,
care.
if I
Yeah,
like
men
you,
don't
I
care.
like you. That's it.
I think we
I care.
made this point earlier, but just so you know, ladies, men want very simple things: loyalty. You're not a hoe, feminine,
beauty.
and you have peace for him. That's pretty much
You
it.
come from a good foundation. He'll elevate you and
Yeah.
he'll train you and make you a better girlfriend. I know some of you guys are saying, oh my God, train. That's so misogynistic. If you want to go and be a professional basketball player, you want to train for a boxing match, etc., you have to train, right? If you're with a
Okay.
higher status guy, you got to train as well.
Okay,
You gotta
so who
elevate yourself.
who determines what higher status means? Because higher status for you is a definition that for someone else is on a completely different level.
The market decides.
Okay, so then who are you looking
And money
for?
is one facet of that.
Okay, so then what really is at the the paradigm in between at the complete bottom of all of this is who are you looking for? You're saying you're a high value man and you're looking
I never
for
explicitly said that, but go ahead, continue. I'm
saying in
listening.
general
it was insinuated. Okay.
by somebody else.
It was insinuated that 3 multimillionaires were sitting here, and so you are insinuating that you are high value men. That is the topic of the conversation, right? What are you looking for? Correct. So when you take that into an account, right, you have to look for someone who is going to be trainable, one, like you said, coachable, right? Or someone who is going to be already your equal.
And that's where you're wrong, because men don't care about dating an equal. Women do. The issue here is that you keep using the female attraction triggers and trying to prescribe it to men, and I'm telling you, you're incorrect. Like you're saying, because women look for someone who's bare minimum, they're equal. Men don't care about that stuff. Why do you think that there's a bunch of 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, etc., on a boat, multi-million-dollar boat with a bunch of multimillionaires? They don't give a shit about her education or her income, but she's around higher tier men. Why?
Okay.
Because men value youth, beauty, and fertility. The other things you're mentioning, socioeconomic status, income, education, that comes after the fact. But she's got to be attractive in the first place to even get her foot through the door.
Okay,
That's why I've always said there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than an educated woman that's ugly that makes money, because she's never going to get a chance.
Okay, so the woman who gets her foot through the door.
Is a woman on OnlyFans
The
coachable
woman
for
who
a relationship?
the woman who gets her foot in the door has the kids, and then she
just
gets
the past might be a
divorced.
problem for some people.
Just asking.
Yeah.
Because you speak about coachable and
You don't
can help
ask.
these women.
You don't ask. You value yourself. They don't value you unless you value yourself.
What are you saying?
I never know what she's saying.
Yeah, I don't know what she's saying.
Like, every
bro.
time she talks, I'm like, what?
Yeah,
It just bothers me sometimes.
Random inserts. I mean,
it's spiritual.
Yeah, just have random inserts. But I think what you're having a tough time grasping is that attraction is not symmetrical between the genders. It's asymmetrical. We value completely different things in opposite gender. You value experience, we value inexperience. We value a woman that has a low body count, you value a guy that has potentially a higher body count from his experience, trials, and tribulations. You know, you value income and status, we don't. Like, we look for completely different things. It's been that way since the beginning of time, you know? And you're saying, well, a guy should want this, and he should want a woman of socioeconomic status, and a guy makes a certain amount of money, he should want this. Should, couldn't, would are fantastic, but we operate on what is. What is that men don't care about that stuff in general.
I think personally, if you want to find a man,
no offense, you went to Cornell, Ivy League school, fantastic, but no guy's dick is going to get hard and say, holy shit, go big red, I'm so horny for you. They don't care.
My dick got kind of hard.
Because here's
over that,
the
though.
truth. Here's the truth. If a man says that, that's one thing. I went to an Ivy League, I'm a higher earner, whatever. If a woman says it, cool, but there's a girl over there, she's 21, she went to FIU, she's hotter, I'm going with her. Men look for completely different things.
I think personally, if you want to find a man for yourself, this is very simple. What does he want? It's that simple. I thought you guys put your wants on the man and then say, what does he want me? We're telling you what men really want. That's it. It's not like rocket science. Men want simple things. That's it.
You're absolutely right. And those are the first questions that you need to ask. You try to when you go on a date with a guy, you just sit there and you just try to find out as much as you can about them. And then you can tell exactly how you can get that guy.
I'll save you the headache. Men are very simple.
Yeah.
We all honestly operate under the same thing. The only difference between me and a more regular guy is I could be more honest about my intentions because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
A lot of guys think the way we do. All right. Like some guys go out. If you ask any guy, yo, do you want 5 girls or 1 girl? They're going to say 5 girls. Do you want to have money and fast cars or no cars? Money and fast cars. The only difference is that some guys don't have the means to actually, do it and say it.
Yeah.
Most guys are monogamous out of necessity, not out of want.
Correct. Okay, so what do you mean by more regular guys? Because you just differentiated, you just separated yourself and put yourself in a completely different class.
What I am saying is that me and a guy that makes $50K per year have the same desires. The only difference is I'm able to enact on said desires easier because I have a socioeconomic status and a resources to be able to enact on what I want to do to a higher level because I'm more attractive to a wider demographic of women. He wants to do the same thing, but he might be limited by his social standing, his income, whatever it may be. But if he could trade places with me and do what I'm doing, he would do it. Men are very simple, ladies. You guys are complicating this.
So how did you not just prove my point that socioeconomic status matters?
Because it only matters in one direction.
Yeah.
You're acting as if it matters in both directions, and men don't give a fuck.
Bam.
That's all.
Done.
That's simple. It's simply that.
It's done.
It's very simple. For the 30th time, men don't care.
Yeah.
That's all. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but men don't care.
Men don't care when it. Okay, so you're telling me men don't care.
Ever.
The men that care.
They don't care.
The men that care are the ones
And
who
you know what I've
are
noticed? I'm going to break the third wall here because we've interviewed almost 1,700 girls here.
Holy
What I've come to
shit.
realize is that the older a woman is, no offense to you, the more educated she is, the higher status she has, the more, prestigious her job or whatever it may be, the more difficult it is for her to grasp this concept that attraction is not symmetrical. Because I get it. You were raised to think men and women are the same. Men want strong, independent women. Your education matters. A guy should get turned on by your accolades. And the reality is
that at all.
We don't. Well, you keep arguing for it as if you don't understand, but it's very.
No, I'm not arguing for it. But what I'm saying is once you get past a certain,
age.
Okay, fine, age level, whatever status in life. Once you get into a different status in life, there are certain things that do and don't matter to people. And that just
all right.
Well, I never thought I would be an OnlyFans.
Let's agree to disagree.
We'll just move on. I think
nowhere. We're very fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Pass the bright time.
Listen, some chats here.
All right. We got here. Love you, Myron, Justin and Fresh. Lady from Saudi Arabia. It's too hard. Sucks to lose any. They're gorgeous women to the streets.
What? I didn't get anything of
what?
He basically said that it sucks that they lost you to feminism and being independent and being free, as you said earlier.
What?
Nothing.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
All right. Real ratings from Prince. Brittany 3, Victoria 3.5, Drea 3, Nat 6.5, Dira 2.5, Marissa 6.5, Natalie 3.5.
Thank you.
Malath 4 and Ariella 1.5. Any of you guys want to say anything back to Jabby Nuts?
Your mother.
Your mother.
It's a hobby.
Javier.
Ladies, what's the capital of Thailand? Bangkok, bang dick, bang tits, or bang pussy?
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Okay, all right. If she has OnlyFans, she is not your only man. Okay. And that's from Cam 2 times. Congrats on your 1 million subs, my bros. It's so sad the girls applaud the Saudi girl for being on OnlyFans. How's that women empowerment? Just shows the kind of time we live in today. I'm scared for the future of women. Yeah. Real quick, I'll go around the table. Do you guys think do you think OnlyFans empowers you?
I don't know. Not really. It just makes me money.
Okay. What about you?
I think women should do whatever the fuck they want to do, just like men do.
Go, girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Queen.
So you said no, just money. And then you think women should be able to do whatever they want? Okay, fair enough. Would it be? Do you also?
Unless they're trying to get a guy, because I guess that matters to them.
Okay, so are you okay with? I agree with that as well. That women should be able to do what they want. However,
I also agree.
I think that there's consequences for certain decisions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think as long as you're honest and upfront, they choose what they walk into. If somebody doesn't want to tolerate it, then you need to know upfront so you can make your decision.
What if I told you that most guys don't tolerate it? It's just that they're limited by their options and they tolerate it out of necessity.
All I care about is my guy. And he knows. He knew up front. He knew what he walked into, and that's it.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
If I gave him 2 scenarios, you don't do porn versus you do porn, what do you think he would prefer?
Don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's probably had that talk with you before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So he definitely doesn't like it.
No.
Yep.
So he accepts it.
No, I never said he liked it.
Okay.
But he knew what it was when he signed up. So it's his choice, is what I'm saying. Sorry.
It's his choice by lack of choice.
No,
Yeah.
he has a lot of choices. He's a very handsome man. Yeah.
Clearly
got
not.
lots of
He married
Clearly
you
not.
and then
He
forced
wouldn't
you
overlook that
twice.
if he had
I am the
choice.
shit, sir. I don't know if you know.
I think that you're amazing.
But
I think
yes.
you're amazing. But
in bed.
that I
Go
guess
ahead,
that's
only.
that's to be interpreted. I'm
He definitely
sure.
doesn't have lack of choices. I will tell you that.
I would say that if you do porn and he doesn't want you to, he has
I
lack of
don't
choice
do
to some
porn. I
regard.
have done porn.
Well, same thing.
You
No,
did.
it isn't.
Is it?
Taking dick on
Film,
camera,
6 years ago has
Doesn't-
anything to do with today.
internet's forever.
Same shit.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same
It's like
pussy.
a choice.
In the eyes of men. In the eyes of men. I
And
know
by
for
the
you
way,
it doesn't.
by the way,
it's
that's
not
not
the
to
same.
shit on you. I just do think it is the same thing.
I mean, shut
Like
up.
I'm sure you're fucking amazing. No, absolutely nothing against you, but it to some degree, if he doesn't like it or didn't like it, it is by lack of choice in some way.
So wait, question. So why did you stop then?
Because I only did like a 4-scene contract and just did my 4 scenes and got my clout and kept moving.
You did
Okay.
only 4 scenes?
Yeah.
Was a big part of the reason stopping because your husband didn't like it?
No, we weren't together. I was actually single.
Okay. But now that you're back with him, like clearly it bothers him. So would you say that you're not doing it again now because he doesn't want you to do it?
I just did it because I only had the 4 scenes to do and I just did them and that was it. It was a choice. I thought I wanted to go down that road and I was like, maybe not. Kind of stuck my toe in and was like, I'm good. So
Interesting.
Okay. Kind of hard to just stick your toe in.
Yeah.
the
she's
toes were in there.
She's so many more.
Yeah.
More than a toe.
Because like I said before, I think your guy accepts it more out of necessity versus that's what it is.
What do you mean necessity though? Like he
Because
has to accept it? Or?
In an optimal situation, most guys, I would argue, if I lined up 100 dudes, 95 of them would prefer that their girl was not involved in any type of porn
100%.
industry or sex industry.
Yeah, no, he's a very private guy. Like he hates the fact that it has happened, but it happened. So it's like,
yeah,
I was truthful. I was honest. He didn't hear from somebody else. He made his own decision. That's on him if he doesn't want to accept something like that.
I don't want to say this, but
Say it.
You think he's faithful?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I do.
That doesn't surprise me, actually.
He's definitely faithful.
Hey, I believe that.
Nobody's giving him more than me. Hands down. Nobody. In any aspect. Like, not even just sexual. Nobody would ever give him more than I give him. So he's going nowhere.
Man, he has a lot of confidence.
Oh,
yeah, especially when we asked her what are the 3 things to the table, she couldn't name them. There's so many things, but I can't name them right now.
Put me on the spot. There's a difference.
Okay. He married you twice? God damn.
All right.
Literally.
Do you think OnlyFans and girls being able to do what they want is empowering?
Well, the OnlyFans is no. It just looks so done upon. It's not empowering. It doesn't make you feel like.
So why do you do it?
Because
it pays you?
It's a means to an end. It's a means to
It's
an
something.
end.
It's like for me, I feel like it's like a momentarily thing. Like I don't want to do it for the rest of my life. You know,
Okay.
I don't see myself doing it for the rest of my life.
What about you? Is it empowering?
No, not exactly.
So why do you do it?
To support myself.
Okay. What about you? Is it empowering?
I was empowered as a nurse, but I couldn't. At one point, I was 33, and I figured, wow, I'm going to have to work another 30 years till I can retire.
Mhm.
And I made a decision based on I can't worry about a man in my life in the future. I had to worry about myself at that point. So I feel very empowered now. I was able to put myself in a way better situation, my friends, my family, and I live a better life now. So I do feel empowered.
You feel empowered.
Yes.
Okay.
I felt empowered doing both jobs,
What do you feel more empowered doing?
being a nurse.
Okay. But you still feel empowered doing the OnlyFans as well. Okay. What about you? You don't do OnlyFans, but do you think OnlyFans is empowering?
I mean, in a sense of money, it probably gives them security. Like, that's why I would do it. I feel like I'd be happy money-wise, but, like,
So you would do it?
no. I mean,
You literally
no,
just said.
No.
Okay.
For money, I would, but I would be kind of, like, insecure knowing that, like, my family could see this.
So it's not empowering.
Not really.
Okay. What about you? Don't do OnlyFans. What are your thoughts on it? Would you? Is it empowering?
I don't think so.
Why not?
But I do respect everybody's choice to do so. I
Got to put in that nice disclaimer.
Of course, I
Okay,
do.
go ahead.
I feel,
Respectfully,
listen,
respectfully.
respectfully, if you want to go ahead and do that, like nobody should stop you, and you should be able to go ahead and do that. And if you're confident enough to do it,
Uh-huh.
and whatever you want to do, just do it. It's just not for me, and I wouldn't find it myself empowering at all.
Okay. What about you? Is it empowering for you, Miss Saudi Arabia?
It's very empowering.
Okay. Why is it empowering?
I am very proud of myself.
Okay.
Exactly. Because I'm just breaking all these cycles from forbidden stuff, and girls shouldn't do this, and girls shouldn't do that.
Mhm.
And I think every girl has the freedom to do whatever she wants, and I don't think any guy has the right to judge.
Okay. All right.
It's not funny.
What about you? Do you think it's empowering? OnlyFans? And
I believe it
sex
can
work?
be empowering.
Okay.
For sure.
Why don't you partake in it then?
Because I don't have a financial necessity for it.
Okay, so it would only be done for finances, nothing else.
I'm pretty sure everybody does OnlyFans.
Everybody thinks OnlyFans is so easy.
It's
to
not,
make money.
It's not easy. Yeah, it's
not everyone
it's
can
not
do it.
easy. It's very. It's
a
lot. There's a lot that goes into
to be
it.
very
I-
smart.
I do know people that
Like
that are
what?
content creators on OnlyFans.
It's a job.
It's
So you think it's empowering, but you don't do it. But you're not. But you don't partake. But you do think it's empowering.
Well, my skill set is better used in other arenas. Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
So let me ask you this, and I'll go around the table. Do you think it's empowering to show your body off to strangers whacking off to you? And I mean, just being honest, do you think it is realistic? Because that's honestly what's going on. That's why the people are watching you. That is what is actually going on behind the screen. They're whacking off to you being naked.
What is watching?
Is that empowering?
Jerking off.
That in particular, yes.
Depending on where your mindset is in the moment, if you need that for your self-confidence, and if that isn't what's
What?
empowering you and helping you,
Okay.
Yeah.
If there are women who have been disrespected and told their whole life that if there are women who have been disrespected their entire life and told that their sexuality is something that they should be ashamed of, but they find the freedom to project all of that to the world, and they're able to release that to the world and disarm themselves of the shame of their natural sexuality and their bodies and be completely proud of just who they are.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Oh,
it's
trust me, they're gonna release all right.
Yeah, they release
some nuts.
So you're saying that
that's fine, and that's fine. But you know what? And that's fine, because at the end of the day, you don't know what someone has been through to be able to allow them to reach the point where they're confident enough to show their bodies to the world, and they don't care that the internet is forever.
That's true.
You know, you don't know what someone has been through to come to the point to say, you know what, I'm not ashamed of this. And you don't know if they're looking for someone who is preferring an almost virgin. They might not want a Myron. They might not give two shits if a Myron is looking for them.
Myron.
Okay.
Myron.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So at the end of the day, yes, I do believe that it can be extremely empowering, and it just depends on who you are and where you're coming from and what you've been through and what you've had to go through to get to the point where you say, you know what, this is me and I accept it and I love it and I'm comfortable with it and I'm proud.
So Timmy goes to school.
Yes.
Sees the OnlyFans page that might be yours.
Okay.
Right? He's 15 years old.
Okay.
Gets home from school.
Yes.
Takes his pants off.
Okay.
Walks off.
Uh-huh.
How is that empowering to you?
How is it different from Timmy opening a Playboy magazine in 1979 and whacking off to one of those ladies in the Playboy
Were you
magazine
on magazine?
from
Because
1979?
you made a choice, right? To expose yourself
Okay.
to the world.
Correct.
However, Timmy,
Someone's got to do it. It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
look,
Okay.
you can do whatever you want. I'm just saying
Sure.
it's kind of a dicey game to play.
Here's the
It
thing.
really is,
You cannot, and this
YOLO.
is very interesting that you brought this point up. I find it very interesting how women don't want consequences for poor decisions. If you sexualize yourself as a woman, 9 out of 10 times, every man you deal with is going to sexualize you as well in reciprocation. A man cannot sexualize you or how do I say this? Objectify you unless you objectify yourself first.
Correct.
That's the reality. So
correct.
You're saying society, does these things and constricts women's sexuality, whatever. What if it's to protect them? And the reason why it's to protect them is to keep men from giving them the evil eye and objectifying them and looking them at nothing more than a sexual object. What if it's to promote modesty? What if it's to keep that woman's value high to a degree where people don't disrespect her?
If
Because
men
let's be
cared,
honest,
they wouldn't own porn companies.
There's a reason. Well,
and wouldn't be pimps.
Okay, but yes, there's.
It's the truth. Men are just as bad with this.
Men are just as bad as what?
Like as promoting this whole entire stereotype in women that it's okay for you to do, but not for my daughter to do. But someone else can do it and I can make money off her, or I can own a porn company, or I could own all these things, then we should just do away with it for everybody then.
Okay, I mean that's the way the world operates. There's drug
The world
dealers, there's
doesn't
people involved in all that stuff. But
get it.
I mean, if I'm a drug dealer, and I
But
get
do
arrested,
you
am I going to
do
get
you watch
mad
porn?
at the fact? No,
Never?
But, no, I make
Just
my
asking.
own. I make my own if I'm going
Okay,
to
I'm
do
just
it.
asking.
But
Just like I asked your number
that's kind of
for a woman
that's kind of
that
deflecting
you
the
would-
question. The point I'm trying to say is that if you're going to make certain decisions, right? Fast money typically comes with slow problems. To be prepared for people to not respect you. There's a reason why when you go to a job interview, you dress a certain way. Why? So that you can get the job. You're putting your best foot forward. You're coming in a resume, coming in a suit. You're well trained on the job, etc. So I'm not telling you that you can't do pornography, but it is ridiculous to me how girls think that I should be accepted no matter how I behave. If I put a certain light out there, you got to accept it. What if I decided I want to eat Cheetos all day, be fat, drink Mountain Dew,
smoke weed,
play video games, and I deserve a bad bitch. I deserve a baddie. She should be coming, sucking my dick on command. No, you guys look at me like I'm delusional and I'm stupid, which as rightfully so, I am. I do not qualify for this caliber of woman because I haven't put myself up to a certain situation. However, I find it hilarious that women think that the world owes them understanding. And you don't understand, I had bills to pay, or it was tough, or I had to do this, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying you can't do that. You can do it. But you need to understand that there are consequences to your actions. And women are allergic to the word accountability. You're saying be sexually free, whatever it may be. That's cool. You can be sexually free. But don't sit there and expect people to respect you. They're not going to.
Okay, so again,
Some people
Actually,
are
matter of fact, hold on,
that
real
doesn't mean
fast, real
everyone's
fast.
not gonna respect
Your own actions in life have proven that you didn't want to go that route. Why did you go to Cornell? Why did you get an education? Why did you, strive to go to an Ivy League school?
If society
because you
respected women, they
understand-
would pay nurses more, so I didn't have to actually go into this.
Okay,
field.
well,
Let's just be honest.
Yeah, okay. Well, you could have, tried to get a promotion, become a doctor, do
Promote a
something else.
doctor.
So what
I was a
I-
nurse. I took care of
You
dying
could've
children,
become
but
a
I
nurse
make more money being a
practitioner.
porn star on the internet. Let's just call a spade.
Yeah,
Because society doesn't give a fuck. They
About
care
what?
about respecting women like nurses, people that do this, teachers. They don't pay them the same as a porn star can make. So let's change that.
well, if you're
So
willing,
women- but it's the truth.
well, that's a personal decision that you made where you're willing to compromise
I went that route.
respect
I went that
for
route.
money, which is fine.
I needed the money. I couldn't support myself.
On a nurse's salary, nurses make 6 figures.
I live in New York City. I made after taxes in New York City about $100,000 a year.
That is in the top 15% of earners.
I was never going to be rich
Okay.
on a nurse salary.
So
that's facts.
So basically, you decided,
I said, yeah,
I want to be rich.
I don't want to be stressed
I will compromise
every single month where
respect
live paycheck to
right
paycheck.
from people, because let's be honest, no one
Yeah.
respects porn stars. I will compromise my respect for more money, and that's fine. That's
I
a
did.
decision you made.
It's a decision I made. I stand by it.
And
yeah.
okay, but you can't
So
get
I'm
mad at
still a
society
nurse.
for
I
not accepting
disagree
it.
with your comment that no
About
one
what?
respects porn stars.
No one does, dude. No one does. Even women in themselves.
I'm not saying I wanted to be a porn star. I didn't wake up and
even
say,
women in
I'm going
themselves,
to
when
go
they
to college and
when
be
they
a porn star.
talk shit about each other, what's the first insult a girl says?
You're a
a
slut.
fucking slut.
Yeah.
You're a hoe.
Off rip.
She's the first thing that women do when they insult each other is they attack their sexual past. Women will sit there and say they're empowered, but that's the first attacking point is you're a hoe, blah, blah, blah. So let's be honest here, man. Like, it's not a profession that's respected, and it's going to disqualify you from a lot of men in a long-term relationship. So you can be sexually free, but you gotta understand that freedom comes at a cost.
No one is saying that they don't understand that. No one
It
at
just
all.
comes down to money at the end of the day.
No one at all says that they don't understand the consequences of their actions. But I think that where I'm getting hung up on is you are generalizing so much. You say
The
women.
world
this.
operates in generalities.
Okay.
We have
Okay,
to.
fine.
All right,
women,
sorry,
women
to
this.
interrupt. This girl's leaving. She's emotional. Miss Haram. So get her out.
All right, just make it quick then. We don't got to make it a whole,
Okay.
thing. Just let her get her stuff, and y'all could escort her out
Haram!
and take her Instagram off the thing too.
Yep.
Shorty's crying.
Probably.
But
And here's the thing: that's
I feel
sexual
like
empowerment for you.
Yep.
When you
speech
can't speak
moved
about
her.
what you do openly, and you feel a certain way, it goes back to the biology, man. Women know deep down that this is not acceptable for me to be doing this shit. Like they know it deep down. That's why, like, there's a reason why when a guy asks a girl, "What's your body count?" whatever, they hesitate. They don't want to say it. There's a reason why when girls say, "I do OnlyFans" or whatever it may be, they're kind of hesitant to say it. Right? Some girls might say it out loud, but deep down, if you meet a man of your dreams, you